Hi everyone, welcome to the Friends of Technical channel. In the Java tutorial series, today I am going to explain you the very important topic, that is decision making statement in Java. So first of all, decision making statement is what and why it is required. So let us just understand. Suppose I am writing a simple Java program. So just I will open here Eclipse. I will take a new class here. So I am taking one normal class, and my class name I will take it example demo, or we will see just we'll take it as example as a class name. So here I will write a simple two messages. Let us say I am writing system.out.println, and on the top I will do one thing. I will take one variable. Already yesterday I told you to read the integer, nothing but if you want the numbers, I will take int as a data type. And a number I am taking, let us say I am taking 50. So here I wanted to print a is greater than 15. First message is a is greater than 15. The second message I am writing system.out.println. I am writing here a is less than 50. So two messages I wrote. The first message is a is greater than 15. And the second message is a is less than 15. There is no condition, nothing is there. If I try to execute this program, just look at the program. If I execute this program, what we are getting at the bottom, we are getting what? A is greater than 15 and a is less than 15. So it means what? Whenever we are writing the normal statements, whatever we write, everything is getting on the screen. But I don't want like this. What I want depends on the condition I want to divert the flow. Nothing but if my a is greater than 15, only I want to print this message. If it is less than 15, I want to print this message. To use this, we use the concept called the decision making statement. What is the use of decision making statement? To divert the flow of the program, depends on condition. Means on certain condition I want to divert the flow. So there are following types of decision making statement. So following are the decision making statement. So what are those? So one by one. First, if statement. Second, if else. Third, nested if, and the fourth, else if. So these are the four types we are having. So what is the meaning and all? Very detailed way I am going to execute. So if statement is nothing but, the syntax of if statement is like this. If, in bracket I will write the condition. If condition is true, if I will write system.out.println, means we can write some matter into that one. This matter will print only when condition is true. So simple thing. If is nothing but if is a keyword here. Inside that I am writing the condition. This condition will print only when this condition is true, only this statement will be printed, otherwise this statement will not print. So how to use this in the program? Let us come to our program which we write. What is the program here? In this program I will write here if, in bracket condition. What is the condition? A should be greater than or equals to 15. My condition is what? But just I will write greater than. If the a value, and make sure that if you are taking here 15, it will not work. So I will take it better. I will take it. Okay, let us, if you want to take the 15, I will take greater than or equals to. Why? Because either it is greater than or equals to. So here message I have to change it what? If my a value is either greater than or equal to 15. So see here, observe very carefully guys. What I did, I wrote one if condition. If this condition is true, my value is 15. It is not greater than, but it is equals to. That's why I added manually equals to. Means if this condition is true, I will write A is greater than or equals to 15 because it is a equals to. If this condition is not true, it will come down here. Here I will write one more if statement. Let us take, I will take. In this situation I will write A is less than 15. If this condition is true, better I will do one thing guys. I will take here value something. Let us take the 10 value. I will write A is greater than, let us take some, okay, let us take 15 and here I will change the message as 10. A is greater than 10 I will write. Instead of 15 I will write 10. Condition I am changing, nothing else. Everything is same only. A is greater than 10 because you will get little confusion. I don't want any confusion. So if A is greater than 10, I will write A is greater than 10. Else, if A is less than 10, if A is less than 10, I will write A is less than 10 here. Okay? If A condition, this is true, it will print A is greater than 10. If this is true, it will print A is less than 10. Any one condition will execute from this one. Let us execute now. Previously, when I give the value, both conditions were coming. But now you see, if I give A value is 15, I am getting A is greater than 10. Let us change the A value to 7. Let us change the A value to 7. Now you observe, I am getting what? A is less than 10. Now sir, if you want to read this value from the keyboard, how do you read the values? So already in the last class I told you, you should use what? Scanner. S is equals to new scanner to read the values. So I am writing here system.in, which will read what? Value of and A. So here I will give import, you have to do it. Already I explained in detail in the last lecture. Those who did not see can watch my last program. Here first we should give the message system.out.println, and I am writing here enter the number. That number wherever you enter, where to store in the A. So I have to write A is equals to S dot next int. So why I am writing this one? Because every time I have to change the number, I have to compile and all. So no need to do now. Just you execute this program. Now you see, you can give value here only. Let us say I am giving 11. It will print A is greater than 10. So it means what? We can give the dynamic value. I hope it is very clear about the if. If is nothing but what? We can write the multiple conditions. Okay. So this is about the if statement. Sir, what about if else? When to use if else? So here if else which will be used when we have one condition with two outputs. Nothing but what? See, if means what? Every time separate condition, then if. Okay, as I committed to you, at the end I will show you one complete application about the if statement. One Q's application will develop in the morning batch. I told that I will cover, don't worry. But here in the if else what? When we are having only one condition with two outputs, nothing but true and false. Then which one is suitable? If else is suitable. How to write the if else? Here it will come the condition. If, in bracket I will write condition. If this is true, I will print inside that the same thing. I will do one thing. I will copy and paste it this part here and just take it down. Here see, if this is true, okay. If this condition is true, it will print, this matter will print on the screen, whatever I wrote. Else, what is the meaning of else part? Here we no need to check the second condition. If this condition is false, automatically it will print this output. So here I will write, it will print only when condition is false. Only when condition is false. So if this is true, it will print this. If this is false, it will print this. How to use in the program? Just observe here. Previously what I was doing, I was writing A greater than 10. If this condition is true, I will write A is greater than 10. Instead of writing to if, I will just write here else. Now you tell, I don't need to write the to if statement. If this condition is true, it will print this block. Otherwise, this will print else block. Just observe your output. I will give one more example, guys. Just let me explain this. Okay. So I am giving here, let us say I am giving 5. So A is less than 5. If I am getting any confusion, I will write one fresh program. Just observe here. What I will do, I will read here two numbers, A greater A comma B. Here I will write enter the two numbers. Enter the two numbers I will write. How to read the two numbers? So first I am reading A, similarly I will read B as dot next int. Okay. Here I will write condition, if A greater than B. If this condition is true, what I need to print? I will print A is greater than B. What I will print? A is greater than B. Okay. If this condition is true, it will print. What about if this condition is false? So I will write else block. Just now we discussed. Else means what? That condition is false. I will just write in the reverse order. What is the reverse order? I will write A is less than B. A is less than B. Or we can say B is greater than A. Anything as per your comfort. Now you see. First what I did, I created two numbers. By using the scanner, I read the two numbers because S dot next int I have written twice, and then I am checking the condition. If true, it will print this. If this is false, it will print this. Just observe here. I am compiling and running this program. Okay. I am giving here, suppose first value is 5 and second value is 6. So A is less than B because A is 5 and B is 6. So that's why A is less than B. So let us give the reverse output. First value I am giving 10, second value I am giving 5. Again the same thing. Just reverse I need to give it here. First value should be smaller and second value should be bigger. Now A is less than B. So output is changing here. So in this situation what we have to do? We have to write what? If and else. I hope it is very clear. We will take one more small example in the if else only. Just observe here. Suppose my question is, write a Java program to read the number and check whether given number is even or odd. What is the meaning of even or odd? If the number is divisible by 2, we should say even number. So what is the operator we have to use for the even? So I will do one thing. First I will remove everything from here. Fresh I will write. First we should read one number. So let us take here only one number, that is n. How to read the number? I will write enter the number. Only one number we require. Because one number is even or odd, I want to check it. I want to read that number and where to store the value? Inside the n. So observe very carefully. I took n and I am reading the value from n. Guys, yesterday I explained in detail about scanner. You can watch that video. Okay. Now here, what I have to do here? Here I will do it if n modulus 2 equals to 0. So modulus means in the operator class I explained in detail about modulus. Modulus means what? It will give you the reminder. Those who are not aware about the modulus, just quickly I am explaining, just see it here. Modulus is nothing but it will give us a reminder. Let us say I am writing 11 modulus 2. What is the reminder? Reminder means left part 1. Suppose 2 5s are 10. What is left? 1. So that is reminder. Let us say 21 modulus 6. What is the reminder, guys? 6 3s are 18. So what is left part? 3. So this modulus operator always gives us reminder. Last part, suppose 14 modulus 8. What is the reminder, guys? 8 ones are 8. So what is the left part? 6. So always it will give the left part. That is called what? Modulus operator. So here what I am going to do is, if here I am writing the condition, if this condition is true, if this reminder is 0, it will compare with 0. If this is true, it will print what? The number is even. See here, if this output is 0, it will compare with 0. If both are same, nothing but if this, see here, reminder is, suppose example I am writing 10 modulus 2. What will be the reminder, guys, here? 0. Because 2 5s are 10, nothing but reminder is 0. Nothing but that number is even. If this value is equals to 0, nothing but equals to is comparing, this value is 0. Equals to means comparing. If it is 0, I am writing system.out.println. I am writing here system.out.println. It is even number. Else, I will write what? Else it is odd number. If that condition is true, it is even number, else I will write what? It is odd number. It is odd number. Now you just observe here, I am just compiling and running. If I give here 11, it is giving, it is odd. Just let us take one more even number. Let us say I am giving 10. It is even number. So nothing but as per your requirement, it is giving even or odd. I hope it is very clear. So thank you for watching this.